So, this is going to be me talking about my life experience from 14 to 20. I have had severe addictions, things that I thought I couldn't control, but now in the situation I'm at now, I'm realising that I could have just done the things that were necessary to do, and I could have just got past it. But a whole point of growth is to grow and realise where you've been and where you're going and how you can improve, and you actually make sure that you do improve. Now, from like 14, I was smoking weed, hanging around the wrong people, thinking they were cool, thinking I was cool, and then that just where it started. And it just, you know, I was basically just smoking weed daily as much as I could, being a bum, keep on justifying my wrongdoings, thinking I could continue on that path when you never can. If you got the ambitions that I've got, you can't continue on that path. It's not for you, not for me. And it's taken a lot of just falling down, picking myself back up, to just keep realising different things. And it's taken a lot of forgetting things and realising things. And now I'm just at that point where all I want to do is get to that person I now just want. I just want to get to that person I know I can be. And the only person that's holding myself back is me. And I've just got to stop being a bitch, really. I'm about 5-6 weeks sober now. Last night, I drank beer first time by myself for a good while. Didn't have to do that, but honestly, I'm not going to try to justify it, but it may seem like it, but when I drank that beer, I was very productive. I done all the stuff that I had written on my whiteboard to do. Still done it. Spent about an hour and 10 minutes watching a video, which in the past, well, I couldn't even get past a 20-minute video. Now it's just now I'm saying all this, it just sounds sad because I've done it drunk. But what I'm trying to get at is I actually done productive things doing that. I chose to drink, and I still made sure that I was productive and did the stuff I was meant to do, even though I'd done that thing that I didn't have to do, which was drink. But I only had like 5 beers, but just that, it made me realise it's just, you see, you don't need to do it. I've spent so long just getting wasted, trying to make something out of myself. Kept falling back to just, feeling like, oh, it's okay, this is okay to do. But you don't need to do it. I'm glad that I still done the stuff. I've done something rather than just going out, hanging around with the wrong people and doing it. When I do drink, I can still sort of control myself. I'm not one to go do stupid things. go socialise with the wrong people when I'm really drunk. It's not me. I can still sort of control myself, and I don't let myself get out of hand when I do it. But yeah. But now, you know, my main problem was smoking. I was smoking for years and years, thinking I could actually get on doing it. I couldn't, you know. I would literally trick myself in thinking that I can actually get on doing this thing when I clearly couldn't. The actions I was doing was not me. Far from the person that I am even now, and I'm not the person that I will be now, in the future. But yeah, with these type of videos, I'm just going to be documenting myself. So my future audience can see where I've come from. Yeah, I haven't come from a good start, you know. I've always had good thoughts in my mind to where I want to be, and then I'll just contradict myself, and you know, make my own problems, self-sabotage myself. I have literally been my own worst enemy for years. Yeah. But now I'm getting back on the ball, getting back on it. From now, this is me getting back onto, or I'm not even going to be saying getting back onto where I was, because I was very consistent with my personal branding I was doing in the past. For the new people, I had a personal brand of about 35k followers. I helped many people get sober. When I was last sober, I was about 3.5 months sober. I documented my whole thing on Instagram. I helped a lot of people. You know, I had literally people messaging me at one point, like every day, every week, just saying, look bro, you've helped me so much, you've inspired me to change, I've changed. You know, and then like say later on it would be, oh, I'm this many days, I'm this many months sober because you inspired me, bro, da da da. You know, I had one guy where he got kicked out of his girlfriend's, you know, he was living with his girlfriend, had a little kid, got kicked out and everything. I inspired him to change, and he was allowed back in. He fixed himself, fixed his family, and I inspired him to do that. You know, I helped a lot of people, but also when it come to a point where, because I was documenting my own journey of being so sober, it was like I was just counting the days until I'd finally go back, because I was putting way too much focus on it. Me now, you know, I've realised now that you just can't put focus on it. You've just got to be that new person. It's in the past. But at that time, I was trying to make it a thing, and I done well. You know, the goal I had in my mind at that time was I would document my journey. I'll get 1 year sober and really make this a business, and helping people get sober, helping them make something of themselves, leave their old self behind. But then I realised, after relapsing countless times and having life experiences which really woke me up, That wasn't the right move for me. I'm going to figure out what I can do, what's right for me. I'm going to figure out my true purpose, my true self. It will come, but it's not going to come from taking no action. You know, action relieves anxiety, and that's something I got from Alex Mosey. Yeah, it really does. You know, you can try sit there in your thoughts, try and battle your own demons, but you need to just battle yourself, and you need to just keep taking action on the right things and not the wrong things, and improve yourself. But sometimes you are going to fall back, but as long as you haven't stayed there and you actually try and move forward, you are still winning. It may not seem like it at the time, but you are, because you're moving forward still. You're moving the pin, you're moving the wheel, turning your cogs. You're doing something. Action relieves anxiety, and that's what I'm doing here now with my content. I'm going to be documenting myself, so my future audience can see where I've been and where I went. You know, there's another guy I've been watching. I really relate to him because of our life experiences are quite similar, and that's John Mark Stevenson. And he said something called failure hates persistence. If you're persistent on that thing, you will not fail. You will get past that failure. Failure doesn't exist if it is become a lesson. And that's what I've had now. All my failures that I've let eat me up, they were all lessons, getting me closer to that person I will be, Mitchell Mills. And I will get there. You know, at the moment, I don't even have a car. I don't even have a license. I did have a car, but I never got the license, so I just never got it moving. You know, I just ended up, I was, you know, still doing drugs at the time, still smoking weed. I was making some good moves of business, met a lot of new connections. I mean, the actual connections I've got a lot of good, like, business connections, but are any of them actually going to help me? No. Are they going to come to use when I'm actually closer to their level? Yeah, they probably will. But at the minute, I'm not at that level to where I can actually use my connections, because I don't have any value to give them. But I will have a lot of value. These videos here are going to be seen as a lot of value in the future to me, to the people watching, possibly. And it will all come into place. I've just got to be persistent. I've just got to be persistent. But I'll make this YouTube stuff happen, even if it's just for documenting myself and showing people where I've been, where I am now, where I'm going. That's enough, you know. But I will become successful. There is no other way. There is no other way. I mean, it's written in the books. I've just got to go get that book now. I haven't come this far for nothing. I haven't gone through this pain, this suffering, these lessons for nothing. I will be that person. And the people that will be watching these videos, they'll see, look, he actually did it because he was consistent. He knew where he wanted to be, and he got there. Took him a while, but he got there. You know, I'm 20 years old now, and even now I feel behind, and that's because I haven't done enough. I haven't had enough wins, but I have took action in the past. But in these past 7 months, where, you know, I had a lot happen, my mother died and all that stuff, where I just kept going back onto the drugs, trying to cope, following my old footprints, where that's never going to work, following your old footprints. I'm at that point now where I just got to do it. I just got to get back, or get into my new self. I'm not gonna say get into back where I was, because that wasn't even where I wanted to be. I had a following. I had people interested in what I was doing, but I wasn't monetizing it. I had no idea what I was doing. My sleep pattern was fucked. You know, so I was procrastinating all the time, not taking the right action, making excuses, thinking it would just come into my lap, and it would just work out. Now it's not how it works. You know, at the minute I'm working a 2 till 10 p.m. job. There's no future for me there. I would say I'm just using it to pay the bills, but that's all I'm really doing with it. I'm not actually getting the savings. I'm earning not a lot. I'm earning like £400 a week, 1,600 a month, and I can't do anything with that. You know, I'm paying rent at my dad's house, paying the rent that I've got to pay. I just put down the deposit for a driving lesson again. Been doing my driving lessons. I've been doing the essentials to get by, but actually being able to save anything is like I can't save anything. So here I am now. I'm gonna just do that, get my driving done, and focus on my personal brand again, and make it happen. I don't completely know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I know it's gonna make me successful, and I'm gonna help a lot of people doing it. That's my purpose here on this earth, is to make money helping people. I'm gonna help a lot of people. I don't know what with yet. I don't know how, but I know the why, and that's because that's me. You know, I could try and make money doing loads of things, scamming people, doing Bitcoin trading, drop shipping, or there's loads of ways you can make money out there though. But the way I want to make money is helping people and getting them to where they want to be. Because I want that. I want someone to help me where I want to be, but no one's going to help me. I don't have the value. I don't have even the money to invest in myself yet. Like, if I had the money, I would literally just get straight into a mentorship now, and you know, keep going until I'm at like 10k a month, 20k a month, or you know, that's been my goal for about 2 years now. Oh, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna get 10k, and then I can invest in myself. But I had to do this the slow way, because I didn't have that money to just chuck at a problem, chuck at a mentorship. I didn't have that. I had to do it all by myself, and this is what I'm gonna have to do again now. But it's fine, because I'm gonna learn more. I'm gonna learn a lot. Maybe I have to do it the slow way. Maybe it's gonna take me longer, but I'm gonna know that I still did it. I still did it, and you know, past me is gonna look at the future me and just be like, bro, you knew you was gonna do it. It was just a matter of time when you actually did it. You know? My self-belief in thinking that I could do something wasn't the problem. It was just that old self that just kept pulling me back, and me being a bitch. You know? I know I'm destined. I'm destined to be successful. I'm destined to help loads of people and make them successful. I'm destined to be someone. I am chosen for something. I've just got to find out something and I've got to work on it. It's not just going to come into my lap, you know? And if that person I'm going to be, he wouldn't have sold himself for that shit. He would have worked for it, you know? I ain't just going to be one of these little gimps that make money and they've sold their soul for it. Or, you know, they're in the bad path of life, but they've got that money and they've got the nice cars, but then the actual person they are is a disgusting person. I don't want to be that. I want to be a great person that's made great things happen and has left his old self behind and has become someone that can actually change himself and change others. Change his bank account, most importantly. You know, like, fuck man, I'm broke at the minute. It's not gonna be forever, but bro, that's another thing. It's like the reason why I kept going back is just because of the situation I was in. I just dig my own holes and then just bury myself in those holes, if you know what I mean, if you know where I'm getting from. But I'm done with that stuff now, bro. I'm done with it. I know who I can be. I've just got to get to that person, and it will happen faster than I can comprehend. As long as I do those things I've said I was going to do, and not be a little bitch and just be like, look, I've got to do this, got to do that, and don't do it, because I've got to do them. You know, those things that I say I can do, that's me saying, look, you can get there. You'll get there. You've got to do these things first, but then I'll just ignore doing them. But yeah. What I've got to focus on now is I'm gonna improve these videos daily. So my other two videos they have been similar to this. I'm just gonna change it a little bit. So now I'm just gonna make this into a sort of episode series. Now John Markey had aggression talks. Don't know what I'm gonna call this, but it's gonna be similar. Yeah. Yeah. I'll come up with that, but this is me just documenting myself. Me just making that movement. Because me actually talking to this camera helps, because it helps me clear my mind a bit, get a bit more clear-minded. I'll make it happen. Yeah, I was thinking that when I get driving, I'll just go get a job as a car salesman and try and make something there, but bro, that's fucking shit money. 20 to 40 grand. Like when you start, you'd probably be making what, like 18 to 20 grand, and then plus bonuses, commission, you'd probably earn like what, 40 grand a year. How are you gonna get on with that? How are you gonna get on with that? Like for me, I know that I can make a lot more than that myself. So like, I could wait, because it would take me a while to even be able to start that job, and then like what, I'd have to work it for a year. At that point, we'll work that job for like a year, 2 years, 3 years to actually get good at as a car salesman, and actually to be noticed. But I know that I can probably make my own business, do a lot more for other people, be known for a lot more rather than just being a car salesman, and make more than that. I'm not going to put an exact number on my earnings, because that's what I've done in the past, and then that just never happens, because I'm setting too high expectations, something I can't actually control. I can't control my earnings. The only things I can control is the input. The money is the output. The only thing I can control is the input. And I know that if I control my input, I could make a lot more than that. A lot more than 20, 40 grand a year. Maybe monthly. I could probably do that monthly. I know I have it in my mind that I can do that. I know I can do it. I've just got to do the input. Do the input. That's it. Input jurisdicts your future. I'm going to write that down. I've just come up with that. But yeah, I'd say input really does jurisdict your future, because everything comes down to your input, your action, and your self-belief. My self-belief is there. Like, I know that I can get there, but I've just got to work on doing it and not being a little bitch. But yeah, this is going to I'm going to make this a thing, so people can look back on this, and I may inspire some people that followed my bad footsteps and want the same goals as me. And yeah, I'll make them do it. I'll make them change themselves. But first, I've got to change me. I've got to do me first before I can change other people. That's what I done last time. I helped other people before, and I was ruining myself. I've got to do the opposite. I've got to do the opposite. But yeah, well, this video's done.